before any notion of the word government, there was only trade unions in the world. That was it. The East India Company, trade company, it was all about trade. All about trade. Trade unions historically occupy a very, very special place in the history of the world. Okay, very special place. And the other thing with trade unions is there is nothing more powerful, I mean, outside of, say, military, right, but there's nothing more powerful on planet Earth than trade unions, I can tell you. When trade unions rumble, when they really rumble and they really mobilise, you've never seen anything like it in your life. We had a bit of a taste of it in Canberra, where we had 1 million or so people rock up down in Canberra, and you could feel the energy. You could feel the frequency. Changed. It just changed, okay? So they're very powerful. My name is obviously John Wilson, and I'm the national spokesman for the Freedom Union, which has used international law, what we call the Freedom of Association laws, okay, the freedom to organise, international laws. We've used international laws to set up and establish the Freedom Union, okay? We're not registered in any way. We have no connection, not registered, have nothing at all with GovCorp. Bank accounts and registrate, nothing with GovCorp, okay? We are all registered, if you like, when I say registered, established and set up internationally, okay? We don't use, we are using the International Criminal Court, extensive. We've lodged several hundred war crimes against institutions and individuals here in Australia, okay? And we're growing, and we're growing. We're a red-hot target for the Freemasons and other infiltrators. Oh, they've come in. They've come in trying to usurp the union. But they've run into an old ex-communist, me, and I've just bitch-slapped them, and out they go. I mean, seriously, mate, the only force the Freemasons have ever been scared of in the last 100 years in this country have been the communists, mate. They're the only ones they've ever been scared of. Okay, I'm not promoting communism. I'm out of all of that now. People know all that, and I'm now a man of faith. I'm now a man of God. I mean, God had to kill me twice. I've died twice in hospital. They brought me back to life. And then about 3.5 years ago on the Brisbane River, I got hit by a 22-metre wall of water with 1 million tonnes of debris, and I was on anchor for 15 days, and I survived. I survived that. I mean, God really had to work hard to get my attention, I can tell you. I mean, killing me twice and then nearly killing me a third time. But that's when I said, listen, it wasn't my great seamanship skills that saved me and my dog and the boat. I had a guardian angel, and I've been a Christian for about 3.5 years. I'm a bad one, a real bad one, but I am a God believer, believe it or not. And I've never read any of the Bible at all. I've smoked 3 Bibles. I've done 5.5 years in a boys' home when I was a young kid, the worst institution in this country. I am the second longest institutionalised child in Westbrook Farm for the Boys, right? I'm the second longest in this country, right? Okay. And we used to smoke bumpers, right? Stubs, and we'd collect them up and we'd roll them up in Bible paper. Because the Catholics had rice paper in their Bibles. The Protestant had cardboard. So we tell the Protestants to get stuffed. So we'd go to Catholic Mass, get a Bible, and that'd be 6 months or 12 months worth of cigarette papers. So I've smoked 3 Bibles, but I've never read one passage. I had to Google the Lord's Prayer, and I'm serious, man, I am a bad Christian. Look, I want to talk about just hardship, if I can, in Australia. There's incredible hardship going down. I live on a boat on the Brisbane River up here near the Story Bridge. All up the river where I am, West End, the parks, Caboolture, down here in Logan Home where I go, there's homeless people everywhere. Homeless people in their hundreds. At Speaker's Corner at Roma Street, my office is at Turbot Street, Santos House, not very far. We have Speaker's Corner at Roma Street, and I go past there to go home at 7 o'clock at night. And there's 200 or 300 homeless people there, getting cups of tea and, spare clothes from the charities that are around. The hardship that's being experienced all over Australia is incredible, and it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. The quickest way to terminate this hardship, to provide relief from this hardship, right, is in two areas, in my opinion. I'm just giving you my opinion, I'm not an economist. Okay, one is energy costs, fuel, electricity, diesel, all that, and the other is taxation. Taxation. I mean, I speak to dragline operators in the coal mining who earn incredible money. He says, but as soon as the union goes out and wins a big pay increase for me, I get a hit in the back pocket with all these government taxes. I'm no further ahead. I'm no further ahead. And if you go and look at those people who are homeless that can't afford rates, they can't afford taxation charges, they can't afford energy costs, registration and all the rest of it. The quickest way to take the knee off the back of the neck of the Australian people right here and now is through less government. Less government. If you can get rid of as much as you can and get rid of all this taxation and charges. The taxation that's on fuel is incredible. I mean, we're paying $2 plus for litres of fuel. I mean, seriously, people cannot survive much longer. There's a lot of people now who are on the streets, and there's a lot more that are going to join them very soon, if we can't alleviate what government is doing. Belligerent government. I mean, Max Eden, dead right. It's not a legitimate government, it's a belligerent occupation. That's what it is, not a government. So, taxation, big one. The other one I want to talk about is betrayal. Betrayal. I can't move on here in Australia. I can't move on until I have some closure. And the betrayal that every institution in this country has inflicted upon us, right? We need justice. We need to start to see some of these people hang. They gotta start hanging. I know what the problem is. I don't want to talk about what the problem is. I mean, we've been talking about on and on and on for 5 years. We know what the problem is. We know what's happened to us. The whole reason they attack free speech is because they committed the crime over here. They couldn't pull it off. They didn't have enough horsepower in the engine. They didn't have enough petrol in the tank to pull it all off. And now they're in the cover-up. Now they're in the cover-up, and they've got to shut us up to get away with the cover-up. That's why they're attacking free speech. Because finally, we're really starting to see some of these disclosures unearth some long-held secrets. They kill people to keep secrets, these people. They kill lots of people just to keep a secret. Very important to them. So, this whole thing about why they're attacking free speech, it's because they've committed the crimes and we're now exposing them. That's why they're doing it. We've got more to come. We've got all the Epstein clients list. Everyone's sweating on that because there's a heap of Aussies involved there. Paul Keating's daughter was a regular guest over in New York at Epstein's mansion. I've had dinner with Keating and all these. I am a deep state operator, okay? Or I was, okay? As the president of Trades Hall in Canberra, secretary of the CFMEU, mate, ministers come, ministers go, governments come, go. But the unions always stayed in place with the long-term judges, the long-term cops, and the long-term bureaucrats. That was my club, the deep state. The deep state exists, everyone. I'm telling you. Now, I just say to you that we have, the other one is the Clinton Foundation. We have the biggest donor was Australia. You wait until the disclosures come out about what that particular foundation has been involved in. Lots of Australian names involved in that as well. They have to shut us up. They've got to shut us up and give us no ability to discuss any of these matters because their chicken necks are on the block. You understand? Now, I love all those contributors who come to these events and give their... I love them all, right? I may disagree with them, but I do love the fact that we can get together and you know, get some of our truths out on the table. Let me just say simply this, that the Freedom Union, right, what we've done is we've taken international law. There's a thing called the Rome Statute. The Rome Statute is law here in Australia. Fully admitted. Michaela Cash and Penny Wong had a big argument in Parliament about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and it was fully discussed, fully agreed that the Rome Statute is law here in Australia. Well, the Rome Statute says it is illegal for us to pay taxation to a government who's involved in war crimes. And guess what? The Australian government, belligerent occupation, has been named by a law firm called, our law firm, the Freedom Union's law firm, okay, called Birchgrove Legal, and they have lodged in the 20th of March last year a war crime application before the International Criminal Court against Penny Wong, Anthony Albanese, Peter Dutton and the rest of them. They are now all war criminals. That is their official status, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the date that happened, that fundamentally and profoundly changed our relationship with all of the body politic. Why? Because under international law, it's not voluntary, it's mandatory. If we support them in any way, including paying tax, then we are culpable in the war crime itself. We get charged along with them. We're found guilty along with them. So they have a law called the Rome Statute, which says that if you want to distance yourself from the war criminals and don't pay tax and don't support them, then you can invoke this law and set up a trade union, right? And you can refuse to participate in their war criminality. And that's what we've done. That's what we've done. Okay, it's a long road to hoe, mate. I mean, these clowns aren't going to go down easy. But when it comes to paper, what's on paper, what's on law, we have got them cold. We've got them cold. They can't get out of it. They can't get out of it. The only thing they've got left to stop us from exercising our lawful rights in the Freedom Union is violence. And we've got to be careful with that. They are violent people. They kill people. I mean, you heard Max, he said he fears for his safety. Totally understandable, because there's been several times that I fear for my safety. Okay, I won't travel to certain places because I fear they will knock me off. It's a problem. It's a problem. I don't fear dying at all. I've died twice already and then nearly died in the floods. So I don't fear dying. I just don't want to go cheaply. You know what I mean? I want to take as many of them as I can with me. Ah, dear oh me. But look, I can't move on, ladies and gentlemen. I can't move on until we have justice. And justice for the betrayal of every bloody Australian institution. All of them. Every department, every court, every cop, every media, every big pharma, all of them betrayed us and then mass murdered us. You get me? I can't move on from that until I start seeing some of them swing. I can't. I mean, what they've did to us was inhuman. They're monsters. This is not just a crime. These people are monsters. You only got to look at what they do to young babies. You only got to look when they have abortions and that, ripping babies out bits and pieces, leaving them die in Petri dishes, mate. These people are monsters. Monsters. And I can't move on until we clean these bastards right up and teach them a big lesson. A big lesson. They haven't felt our anger yet. They have not felt our anger yet. I am not a violent person. I used to be. I was an old communist in the unions, mate. It was tough business, man. Tough business running unions, I can tell you, particularly in mining and construction and those industries, mate. But I'm telling you now, mate, they haven't felt our anger yet, mate. It's still soaking in what they've done. We know the crimes they've committed. We know. We've got all the evidence to this effect. They've got to shut us down to stop us from talking about it. That's the only way, and the only thing they got left, the only tool they got left is violence. Cops, guns, dogs, frequency weapons, and all the rest of it. That's all they have left. We have destroyed the corporate media. We've destroyed them in 5 years. They're gone, never to come back. Never to come back. My advice and I'm so glad, and I give my full congratulations to Jamie for setting up this event, this award, because let me tell you this, soon, there's going to be a reset, it's coming, but soon the most powerful people in our society are going to be the storytellers. Soon. You watch. At first it'll be, military and other stuff and blah, blah. But soon it's going to get down because the Australian public is going to say, what happened? What happened to us, right? And they're going to be relying upon those people that have been able to research, been able to put the pieces together and to explain it to them, right? They ain't going to read 1 million pages of evidence. They're not going to read the Clinton Foundation documents. They don't have it in them. They don't have the time. They're going to be relying on us to do all of that work and explain it to them. The storytellers are going to carry power and privilege in this country like never before. Our whole country was built on storytelling. I mean, Henry Lawson, Banjo Patterson, I can go on and on. Our greatest writers, poets, lyricists were all storytellers. And they morph from being great storytellers into legend. They're now legends in Australia, okay? So the storytellers and people who promote the storytelling, Jamie, who's opening and providing this, I can't thank him enough. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful initiative. Let's see how good it gets, is my view. Jamie give Israel a flogging yesterday. Jesus, he give Israel. I'm not going to talk too much. Look, Israel is an international crime bunker, right? That's what it is. It's a crime bunker internationally. Most of the international crimes and all the false flags and everything, well, that's where it comes from. That's the headquarters, okay? I have a different view on where all this is going and where Israel's going, right? I'll come to that in a tick, right? My point is that Australia, when it comes to storytelling, we haven't told our story yet, ladies and gentlemen. You wait until you see how great this country's going to be and the story that this country is going to be able to tell once we clean these parasites out. Once we clean these vampires, these economic vampires, these monsters, and get them out of this country and clean them out, you watch the story that Australia, us, is going to be able to tell, mate. It's going to be the best in the world, mate, because truly, I believe we do have the best country in the world here. We have. We've just got a few arseholes here we've got to get rid of. That's all. That's all. Let me come to, I want to keep going a couple of other things. In terms of broadcasting media, I just want to take time to announce today that the Freedom Union will be launching the Australian Trade Union Broadcasting Service. Right, I've allocated about $100,000 in union funds, and we're going to be setting this up. I'm asking and working with a Freedom Union member, Simeon Boykov, the Aussie Cossack. He's a member of our union, and he's got great experience in terms of setting up media, and he's got a great Russian team as well. But he's offered help to get this up and running. I have a nice budget for it. But it's going to be something akin to the Australian Trade Union Broadcasting Service. The Freedom Union obviously will be the backstop for that, and we'll be asking and inviting other unions. I mean, if you're a union that does, rabbit skinning, we don't care. Come and talk to us. We'll work with you. We don't care if you're in a different union. If you want to know how to set a union up, come and talk to us. Come and talk to us. We're using international law. The same laws are available in Scotland, in England, in France, in New Zealand, in Canada, etc. The same laws that we've set our union up are available internationally. So if there's anyone watching this broadcast from overseas, send us an email. You want any help? We will help. Okay? We say our future is not with government. Our future is with ourselves, and our future is us collectively organising and working with each other in a union. That's what we say, okay? I want to, I don't know, how much time have I got left, brother? A little bit more? Okay, I want to keep going. The launch of the Australian, Trade Union Broadcasting, that's coming, okay? Still early days, but, you know, we've got budgets and expertise, and we're going to do this, right? I want to talk about the two most important countries in the world today, to us, right? Australia, right, has got no friends internationally. None, except for Israel. We got no friends internationally, seriously. Albanese can't get an appointment with Trump, can't even get a phone call. But it was the same for Turd Ball. Turd Ball got a phone call through Greg Norman. Greg Norman rang Trump and said, "Could you ring this dickhead? He's annoying me." You get me? So we have no friends. Albanese used to work for me, guys. 1987. He worked for 2 years. He was a uni student. He's a Jesuit, mate. He's a Jesuit. Sorry, Anthony, you pissant. He was a pissant back then, and he's a pissant now. Okay. But I want to talk about Russia and America. Internationally, mate, Russia is destroying the central banks with the BRICS countries. They have enormous influence, and they're doing it all the right way, within the law, with honour, with agreements, and with cooperation. The other is America, because, again, America being what it is, right, it's huge. Military-industrial complex and so on, right? They are the two most important nations on earth at this time, and will be for right through this reset, right through them. Okay. Now, the two key people, of course, is Vladimir Putin and President Donald Trump. I know a lot of people don't like Donald Trump. I couldn't give a rat's ass. I love him. I love Trump, man. I love him. The two most important people in the world are Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump. Okay? The two people in Australia that have enormous reach and enormous respect with Russia and America is Simeon Boykov, and over here we have Rick Bosey. They have enormous reach inside of America, and they've got enormous reach inside of Russia. Just on Telegram, there's one group I see Simeon who's part of, 1.25 million people in a group on Telegram, just one. These two people, in my opinion, right, Rick Bosey and Simeon Boykov are national assets of this country, or they should be. They should be treated as national assets. My only advice for both of these guys, if you want to get treated as a national asset, you better start fucking acting like one. Okay? If you act like one, we'll treat you like one. We need these two guys, mate. We need them. and they shouldn't be locked up in consulates like the way they have in a two-tier justice system. He was set up with a bodgy charge. And he shouldn't be named, slain, shamed and smeared and all the rest of it that's going on against both these guys. I don't care whether you like them. I don't care. I'm telling you, we need them. And we need them to work together. They're not working together at the moment. But we need them to work together because they have influence with Russia and with the USA, and Australia badly needs it. We need friends. Okay. I'll underline that and move on. I don't want to make too big an issue. The last thing, and I'll finish on this, folks. Look, I see in the freedom movement, lots of fracturing, right? Lots of fraction. There's people that won't work with each other, and there's lots of fractures in here, right? And I also hear from ordinary freedom activists that say, I wish everyone can get together and all the rest of it. I just want to make one small comment on this. If there's one division in Australia, if there's one division that if we can heal, one split, one faction, and that's the division that exists between men and women. They have absolutely fractured our relationship between men and women. And it's exposed our children, it's made our families weaker, it's made our communities weaker, and it's made our nation weaker. So I just say to all the women in the audience today, thank you, thank you, thank you. Love yous all. I know a lot of yous don't love me, but that's okay. If we need to heal that fracture between men and women, I'm telling you now. I'll finish up, guys, I'll finish up. Look, if we're going to outline, there's a lot of talk being done about secret societies, okay, Freemasons, and I fully agree with all of it. It's got to go. These secret societies have got to go. Out, all of them. You're in a secret society, you're jailed and you never walk the streets ever again in this country. But it's not just the Freemasons. You know, we have these Zionists, we have these communists. My old mob, the communists. We have all these Vatican factions, the Knights of Malta, the Jesuits, etc., etc. They've all got to go. All secret societies have to go. Mandatory life sentences in jail if you try and join them. Okay, I'll finish up, ladies and gentlemen. $400 a year, www.freedom-union.org. Join the Freedom Union, I'm telling you. It's a gas, man. We're having a ball. We're having a ball. Look, if you support Palestine, join the Freedom Union. Join them. We're trying to I can't do anything in Tel Aviv. I'm not there. I can't do anything in Palestine. But I'll tell you what I can do. I can tear Anthony Albanese a new arsehole. That's what I can do. So let's do something here in Australia to support the Palestinians, but more so to eliminate the war crimes, the murder and the maiming and all of those actions. We are against war crimes, okay? That's our purpose, okay? So if you support Palestine, if you're anti-war crimes, join the Freedom Union. If you oppose this belligerent occupation, Anthony Albanese and all of his, other camels that he's got in there, join the Freedom Union, right? If you hate paying taxation and fines and government charges, join the Freedom Union, because we're against them all as well, and we're doing work to bring it all down, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for giving me the time today. It's been wonderful, and I can't recommend it strong enough. Join the Freedom Union. We're a serious player. We are a serious player. We've got, 1,200 members and just over $500,000 in a fighting fund, and we're angry. We're angry. We want to have a whack at them. Join. Thank you. Love you. Talk to you after.
All right. Hey, John. I didn't know Crocodile Dundee was alive and well, but he's here. And as a consequence,
we are going to present you with an Independent Media Legend Award.
Oh, get out.
How
Thank
about that?
you,
Congratulations.
brother. Thank you. Oh, lovely. Look, I'm gonna rededicate this to the Australian Trade Union Broadcasting Service. We're gonna get that up and running, folks.